explore the incredible life of Karl Malone, the NBA Hall of Famer and basketball legend. This video takes you inside his personal life, including details about his wife, his 7 children, and his impressive lifestyle at age 62. Discover his stunning houses, luxury car collection, and massive net worth. Don't miss this exclusive look at the life and legacy of one of basketball's all-time greats. Karl Malone is an American former professional basketball player in the National Basketball Association. Nicknamed the Mailman, he is considered one of the greatest power forwards in NBA history. Born July 24, 1963, age 61 years, Summerfield, Louisiana, United States. Spouse Kay Kinsey, M. 1990. Teammates Michael Jordan, John Stockton, Charles Barkley Seymour. Children Demetris Bell, Cheryl Ford, Daryl Ford, Carly Malone, Kylie Malone, Katie Malone, KJ Malone. Date joined 1985, Utah Jazz. Career end 2004. Hall of Fame induction 2010. Karl Malone net worth $55 million. Early life and college. Born in Summerfield, Louisiana, Malone was the youngest of 9 children and was raised on a farm by his single mother, Shirley. Shedrick Hay, his father, was married to a different woman and raising a family with her. Shedrick committed suicide when Karl was 14, though Malone didn't disclose the suicide until 1994. As a child, Malone often worked on the farm, chopped trees, hunted, and fished. He attended Summerfield High School and led his basketball team to 3 consecutive Louisiana Class C titles from 1979 to his senior season in 1981. Although recruited by University of Arkansas basketball coach Eddie Sutton, Malone enrolled at Louisiana Tech University, which was closer to home. He joined the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs basketball team in his second year because his grades were too low for freshman eligibility. Malone played under coach Andy Russo. In his second season with Louisiana Tech, 1983-84, Malone averaged 18.7 points and 9.3 rebounds per game. Louisiana Tech finished the 1984-85 season 29-3 at the top of the Southland Conference and advanced to the NCAA tournament for the first time in school history. The team finished at the Sweet 16 round. In each of his 3 seasons with the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, Malone was an All-Southland selection. Professional career. Utah Jazz, 1985-2003. Early years, 1985-1987. In the 1985 NBA draft, the Utah Jazz selected Karl Malone with the 13th overall pick. According to Malone's official NBA biography, if professional scouts had correctly predicted the impact Karl Malone would have on the NBA, Malone would have been picked much higher than 13th in the 1985 NBA draft. In fact, Malone was so convinced the Dallas Mavericks were going to select him with the 8th choice that he had already rented an apartment in Dallas. Instead, the Mavericks selected Detlef Schrempf. Under head coach Frank Layden, Malone averaged 14.9 points and 8.9 rebounds in his first season and made the 1986 NBA All-Rookie team after coming in 3rd for Rookie of the Year votes. On January 14, 1986, the Jazz beat the Houston Rockets 105-102 to snap the Rockets' 20-game winning streak at home. Malone scored 29 points in that game, including 4 free throws followed by a 3-pointer by Pace Mannion to rally from a 96-89 deficit with 5 minutes and 36 seconds remaining to a 96-96 tie. For the 3rd consecutive season, the Jazz made the postseason but lost the first round of the 1986 playoffs to the Dallas Mavericks. In the 4 playoff games, Malone improved in his scoring with a 20 points per game average but was still subpar in shooting 49.6% field goals and rebounds 8.9. After his second season, Malone became the Jazz's leader in average scoring 21.7 points and rebounding 10.4 rebounds. In 24 of 29 games between February 1st and April 3rd, 1987, he was the leading scorer of the game. Personal life. Family. Malone married Kay Kinsey, winner of the 1988 Miss Idaho USA pageant, on December 24, 1990. They have 4 children, Daughter Katie, born November 8, 1991. Daughter Kylie, born April 7, 1993. Son Karl Jr., KJ, born May 8, 1995. And daughter Carly, born 1998. KJ played football at LSU and was invited to the 2018 NFL Combine. In 1998, the tabloid newspaper The Globe reported that Malone had been a defendant in paternity lawsuits, filed shortly after Malone began his professional basketball career in the late 1980s. The newspaper alleged that he was the father of 3 children, 2 by Benita Ford, a woman approximately his age from his hometown of Summerfield, Louisiana, and 1 with Gloria Bell, who was 13 when she gave birth. Malone and Ford were both 17 when twins Daryl and Cheryl Ford were born. Malone was a 20-year-old college sophomore when Bell, at age 13, gave birth to Demetrius Bell. No statutory rape charges were filed. In the aftermath of the Globe story, Malone met the Ford twins for the first time since visiting them in the hospital after they were born. Malone did not meet with Bell at that time, and his attorney insisted that Malone had settled the lawsuits before any conclusive establishment of paternity, and thus still did not know whether he was truly the father of any of the children. The Tribune confirmed that the judge in the Bell lawsuit ruled Malone to be the father, not based on presented evidence, but rather because Malone did not respond to the suit. The paper also examined court documents detailing the evidence that was to have been presented had Malone responded and a trial ensued. One item listed was a laboratory blood test that concluded with over 99% certainty that Bell's father was either Malone or a brother of Malone. The paper also reported that applying the same blood sample to the Ford twins resulted in a similarly high probability of paternity by Malone. According to the Tribune, Malone challenged the court's ruling with regard to Bell, claiming that the judgment holding him responsible for $125 per week in child support, plus past and future medical expenses, was excessive. Before Malone's appeal was adjudicated, the lawsuit was settled on confidential terms. In the case of the Ford twins, Malone was ruled to be their father when he violated a court order by refusing to reveal his assets or submit to a DNA test. Thereafter, another out-of-court settlement was reached. By the fall of 1998, Malone accepted his paternity of the Ford twins, and K. Malone said publicly that the twins were members of the Malone family. Since that time, Karl Malone has maintained a relationship with the twins, each of whom later played college basketball at his alma mater. Louisiana Tech Cheryl Ford went on to a professional basketball career with the Detroit Shock of the Women's National Basketball Association. Bell has played as an NFL offensive lineman for the Buffalo Bills, Philadelphia Eagles, and Dallas Cowboys. In 2008, the Buffalo News reported that Bell's first ever meeting with Malone came shortly after Bell graduated from high school. According to Bell, Malone told him then that it was too late for them to have a father-son relationship. However, in 2014, the two repaired their relationship and were in regular contact by 2018. In 2018, Malone said about his relationship with his older children, "I didn't handle it right. I was wrong. Father time is the biggest thief that's out there, and you can't get that back."